Hello and a warm welcome to World This Week by Latest Laws. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. My name is Vasvi Bhatia and let's begin with Supreme Court this week.
The Division Bench of the Supreme Court opined that under Section 4A, subsection 1 of the Employees' Compensation Act 1923, the compensation under Section 4 shall be paid as soon as it falls due. So the liability to pay the compensation would arise immediately on the death of the employee or worker. The Division Bench of the Supreme Court opined that if nothing can be discussed by High Court while applying a deduction, the appeals are required to be remanded to the High Court for applying the proper cut. The Division Bench of the Supreme Court opined that merely because the witnesses were the relatives of the deceased, their evidence cannot be discarded solely on the aforesaid ground. The Supreme Court told the UP government that the judge monitoring the Lakhimpur violence case probe had recommended the cancellation of bail granted to Ashish Mishra and sought its response in the matter. The Supreme Court has significantly observed that Section 188 CrPC will not be attracted if the offence is committed in India. The full bench stated that an offence not committed in its entirety outside India shall not come within the scope of Section 188 CrPC, and therefore sanction will not be required. Next, we have the Delhi High Court. A PIL has been moved in Delhi High Court seeking directions for setting up 42 more commercial courts as notified by the Delhi government on April 13, 2021 to ensure speedy redressal of commercial cases instituted in Delhi in the larger public interest. The Delhi High Court has observed that there is no need to register and pay stamp duty on settlements arriving orally between the family and reduced into a memorandum for remembrance. Next, we have the Allahabad High Court. The Allahabad High Court has reiterated that once a wife granted litigation expenses under Section 24 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955, she cannot seek transfer of case on account of distance, financial stress. The High Court of Allahabad granted bail to 3 Kashmiri students who have been in jail for the past 5 months on charges of sedition for allegedly celebrating Pakistan's victory in a T20 cricket cup in October 2021. Next, we have the Bombay High Court. The Bombay High Court has held that once an employee accepts retirement benefits, the right to withdraw voluntary retirement scheme application gets lost. The Division Bench of the Bombay High Court opined that when the date of increment of a government servant falls due on the day following superannuation, on completion of 1 full year of service, the said service may be considered for benefit of notional increment purely for the purpose of pensionary benefits and not for any other purpose. The single bench of Bombay High Court opined that registration of a document by a power of attorney holder is not invalid on the ground of absence of registration of the power of attorney. Next, we have the Madras High Court. The High Court of Madras made it clear that it can't interfere in the functioning of the governor and order the premature release of Nalini Sriharan, a life convict in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. Next, we have the Andhra Pradesh High Court. The Andhra Pradesh High Court has reiterated that any administrative order devoid of reasoning while imposing a condition will be vitiated on the ground of violation of principle of natural justice. The single judge bench was adjudicating upon an appeal filed in aggrieve of condition imposed towards penalty earned in revision under AP Minor Mineral Concession Rules 1996. The Andhra Pradesh High Court has reiterated that courts cannot impound passport under Section 104 of CrPC even when a criminal case is pending. Next, we have the Gujarat High Court. The Gujarat High Court has stated that an ad interim injunction order passed by appellate court should not interfere unless found to be arbitrary, capricious, or perverse. The Gujarat High Court, while affirming the family court order in child custody case, has observed that High Court cannot interfere to correct mere errors of law or fact or just because another view that one taken by the tribunals or courts subordinate to it is a possible view. Next, we have the Kerala High Court. The Kerala High Court has reiterated that victim cannot prefer appeal under Section 372 CrPC, challenging adequacy of sentence imposed upon the convict. The division bench clarified that the right to prefer an appeal on the ground of inadequacy of sentence is conferred upon the state government by virtue of Section 377 CrPC. The Kerala High Court has clarified that there is no illegality if a senior advocate files joint wakalatnama along with the junior advocates for client. The Kerala High Court in a writ has observed that the authority should promptly reconstitute Internal Complaints Committee upon expiry of its tenure under Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act of 2013. Next, we have miscellaneous. The Special Judge CBI Cases, Ranchi, Jharkhand, has today sentenced Shri Bandhu Tirki, former Minister of Government of Jharkhand, to undergo 3 years of rigorous imprisonment with a fine of rupees 3 lakhs for possessing disproportionate assets to the tune of rupees 7,22,167. Future Group argued that the shareholder agreements that were executed between the deal of Future Retail, Future Coupons, and promoters, Amazon was not party to this particular argument, and that it was filing a suit for a shareholder agreement that it is not even a party to. Finally, we have the international news. Pakistan's Supreme Court has been approached to stop voting on a no-confidence motion against Pakistan PM Imran Khan, the news agency reported. The plea asked the Supreme Court to order investigation to the foreign conspiracy letter, stating that immediate intervention was necessary to bring an end to the distress among the masses. Thank you and have a nice day. This is a weekly program. To get weekly updates, like and subscribe to our channel. And to get more information, please check the description box. Thank you.